a conversation between us, though. This ain't going to be, oh, we're sitting in front of the camera going, I've done this, I did this.
And then sitting there waiting for the next question, and then
So people can get involved with something like this as well. It must prove a point. All achievements it's done like with Rebecca and that, so it can't be that way, can it?
So what we're trying
to do is show the community that we're involved in the community, not just what we're doing inside school hours. We're doing things outside school hours for the community and for the people of the community.
A frustrated teacher at 5 to 8 in the morning.
Can you only do one at a time?
Well, that's all I'm daring to do.
No, we'll make to do one mend, I think.
We have a choice menu. It's a choice of 3 main courses each day. But on the sweet side, you do whatever it says. Today we've chosen chicken pie, fish witch, and we're having a cheese lattice square. Boiled potatoes, roast potatoes, peas, corn, gravy. Sponge pudding, custard, lemon fingers, yoghurt, fruit, cheese and biscuits. That way round.
You've got to push the trolley as well, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
excellent and knowledgeable person of the
Oh, I
photocopy
forgot
machine.
that Aunt brought me.
You have a word with this.
This trouble, man.
Now, that's a bit of a tricky one this morning, Dave, so... First one, that first song first, is that volleyball one with shooting star. Right. Play at the end of Boys Zone. Right. Play at the end of Boys Zone. When they start coming in. Bang that on.
Yeah, well, Ben. Someone else,
I don't really know. We don't know if it's been switched off over the holidays because it's not supposed to be switched off. And whether the paper's got damp that's causing it to stick. And it's just sticking in two places, not coming out there and sticking there.
You see so much wrong in the world, and you think, well, what can I do about that? There's nothing I can do. I feel powerless. I look at wars and famines, and I think, yeah, I can put my pound in the collection box or whatever, but what real difference can I make? And sometimes we feel powerless and give up and think, well, we shouldn't do anything because we can't change it all, so we really shouldn't do anything. I don't know. If we took that view, perhaps we wouldn't be able to help the individuals in the world. And this morning, Mariam Hamza is in a Scottish hospital. She's receiving treatment. And I don't know about you, but my thoughts are with her. And perhaps that little boy who was throwing the starfish back had got the right answer. We can't change all of the world, but sometimes we can do a bit of good in one part to help someone. So, I suppose she's wishing on the star this morning. We'll follow the news. We'll see what happens.
Now these gentlemen come from an organisation you might not have heard of before, called Bradford Bulls. Hands up anybody who's heard of them. Oh, a few of you. Put your hands down. Very good. The gentleman on my left is Mr. Downs, John Downs. Welcome to Woodside Middle School. Thank you. Very welcome. And his colleague, Stuart Tye. Welcome, Stuart, to our assembly.
And could I first of all say a thank you to Mr. Jones, because it was he who was instrumental in designing this assembly in the first place. Thank you very much.
Last night, I started playing rugby when I was 11 at the club in Bradford called Dudley Hill. By the time I was 16, looking up to be in the first team. By the time I was in my 20s, I was playing for my country. I played against Wales, I played against France. I've been on tour to South Africa. I've had trials with Halifax, I've had trials with Bradford Bulls. I had a lot of fans, a lot of friends. Everybody wanted to know me. But last September, me and some of my team friends went on a trip to a place called Whitley Bay near Newcastle. Unfortunately, I never got to Newcastle because the van I was travelling in had a crash. I don't remember the crash. I just woke up in hospital and I'd broken my left leg. Normally, that's not so bad. But for me, a lot of complications. It got a lot worse and I lost my left leg. I've got a false leg now. And you'll come play rugby again. Didn't think I'd be in a team again. To be honest, I didn't think my friends would come and call for me, want to take me to the pub or anything. But I was wrong. All my friends came to see me in hospital. They brought me presents. Lord Mayor of Bradford sent me some flowers. The Bradford Bulls wrote me a letter. If you think about it now, I was wrong. I am in a team again. So the message for you guys is, it's not always important if you don't get picked for the school football team. Try your hardest, but you got to the top of maths. It's not the end of the world. As long as you can say you've tried your best, you've helped your friends, because one day, like me, you might need them.
Ask you what the value of it is. What you think the value of this sort of programme is, John?
I think it's obviously it's a lifestyle message, isn't it? We're talking about loyalty, we're talking about friendship, we're talking about teamwork, all kinds of things that are, to use an educational term, are value-added things to a child's life. And relating it through their own experiences and relating it to the bowls, it brings it into a reality. And as you've said, you know, children like to identify with success, and if we can get them to appreciate that we value what they do for us as well as what we appear to do for them, then that's all to the good.
Absolutely. And how many kids have you now reached with the project?
I haven't done a calculation exactly, but it's well in excess of 20,000 children since November that we've talked to in both middle and first schools. Audiences from about 60 children up to 600.
Excellent. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Well, I can remember standing here many times and watching Bradford Northern as they were, and I vaguely remember a chap over there, Maori with sort of long dark hair flying down the wing and scoring in that bottom corner, and that person was Darryl Shelford. Darryl, obviously you've worked here as a player and a member of the development team, and you've also come along and been quite a friend to Parkland Middle School because you've done a couple of assemblies for us. Could you just remind us what they were?
Yeah, when we first launched the assembly project, we went to Parkland, and the first assembly we did was on Remembrance Day, and I spoke about the Anzacs' involvement in Remembrance Day and what we did back home in New Zealand, Australia for them. And because it went down so well and the children at Parkland enjoyed it so much, when we began our second assembly project, being a fan, we went back there and once again delivered a good assembly, and the kids thoroughly enjoyed it. And the feedback we've been getting from them has been tremendous.
The Luncheon Club has been running in Parkland Middle School now for about 10 years. The Luncheon Club forms part of the programme of study in food technology, which our Year 8 children are involved in. Basically, our children learn a little bit about the nutritional and physical needs of the elderly, and as a culmination of this programme of study, they plan, cook and host a meal to which they invite some elderly members of our community. The Luncheon Club came about because we wanted the oldest children in our school community to be able to develop a sense of responsibility within the community. And we came upon the idea that the young had something to offer the older people, and the older people had something to offer the younger people. And we came upon it, it seemed a good idea, and it worked.
All chicken sandwiches, please, but there's 2 sharks with